Okay. Well, welcome to the second anniversary of the Noble Shire for Progressive discussion, our holiday special. And so far, all these artists here today are making this special. We're expecting more. We'll see what happens. I'm just happy we have the turnout that we have so far. And we've got some great people here, and they're going to be talking about what they did this year, their albums, and what they're going to be doing next year, and then what the holiday season means to them. And we started we started kind of talking earlier, and I kind of cut off Rick Pilkington, so we're gonna start with Rick, and then we'll just we go Sam. Um, Victoria, and then going that counterclockwise. All right, just for fun. All right, go ahead, Rick.
Okay, well, I'm Rick Pilkington. I'm one half of the Black Art Orchestra. There's usually Chrissy with me. Like I say, she double booked herself tonight, unfortunately. So she sends her love and best wishes, but she's somewhere else at the moment. Um, this year, coming to an end now, has been a year of primarily touring for us. We did the Hotel Utopia album just over 2 years ago now, so it almost feels like an old album, but we've been touring it basically all year. We do as a routine two tours a year, one in spring, one in autumn, and each tour around 20 to 25 dates, which we've kept to this year. We were in Newcastle last night actually, and of really good fun playing. We really enjoyed it. It's good to see numbers getting bigger. It feels like we're making a bit of progress, and the Hotel Utopia album has been really very, very successful for us. We're very pleased with it. We released a single off the new album, which we're in the process of recording now. It's called Bloodlines. I released that about 6 weeks ago, I think. I got to number 19 in the rock chart in the UK, and we were very pleased with that number. So yeah, that is about the year for us. We're halfway through the new album, which is going to be released, I hope, in August next year, prior to the autumn tour next year. And that's been our year. Loads of miles, loads of venues, lots of fun. But really enjoyed the year.
Things are taking off. Excuse me for these guys. If you haven't heard them, you need to. The Black Card Orchestra, they really. Why not? But no, the Black Card Orchestra, they're from the UK. Excellent. Nick knows them, and I think Massima knows them a little bit. But just more and more of you need to give them a chance. It's really good music. Thank you, Rick.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Sam, tell us.
Can you all hear me?
We can.
Yes. Okay, great. I'm on the phone.
Oh my God. Did I just pause it? Can you still hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Wait.
You're doing
There.
good.
Can hear you fine.
He's the CEO of Washington's Records from.
Can you hear me still, y'all?
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
lost you. Oh man.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What? All right, but he's the CEO of Washington's Records here in Bellingham, Washington, and these guys have put out some wonderful, independent, different music, and I've enjoyed doing reviews for them. And you want to go ahead and finish, Sam? Can you hear me? Sam, Sam, I'll tell you what, we'll come back. Go ahead, Victoria. And by the way, she's from Australia, and she's here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm just so thankful.
Hold on, it's okay, honey.
Hello.
Hold on, we'll come back
Everybody,
to you.
sorry, I got disconnected from my device.
No, that's okay. Hold on, because
And I can't hear anything.
okay, don't
Sorry, everybody.
all right, hold on, Sam and Victoria. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's so fun. Hi, my name's Victoria Knight. I sing for the band Victoria K. We're based here in Melbourne, Australia. We're like, it's so hard to describe because the sound keeps changing. We're like a gothic prog metal metal band. It was very symphonic to start with. It's not really that symphonic anymore. But yeah, we started back in 2019, where we played. We were part of Elvides tour here in Australia, which was really cool. And we released our first album back then. Oh, and then we released our second album back in 2022. We're working on a new record as well at the moment. So we've got some reworked music coming out. We've got our next single coming out on the 6th of December. So that's really, really soon. We're doing a reworked version of our debut single, Lacuna, which is great. But this year again, it's like very, very similar to Black Heart Orchestra. It's been a lot of touring, a lot of shows. We were lucky enough to share the stage with Blangadi and Catatonia here in Australia, which is like, that was really fun. And then, yeah, it's just been a lot of shows around Australia, around Victoria, and hopefully once the new album comes out, we're planning to do another tour. So yeah, it's really just preparing the new music for next year. That's what we're looking forward to, and that's like our next steps, I guess. So yeah, that's it for me. That's us.
The thing, gosh, I don't know why this is happening all of a sudden. But the thing that attracted me to her music was she's got Greek heritage, and they made an album which is you just don't hear that many metal concept albums. That's the word I was looking for. And she made one. And talk a little bit about that, if you will.
Yeah, so that was our last album that we released in 2022. It's called Corre, and it's a concept album based off of the story of Persephone and Hades, where Hades kidnaps Persephone and takes her down to the underworld. And like I wanted to really draw on my Greek roots, like because those are the stories I grew up with, and that's the language I grew up with. So with that, I also like I worked very closely with an instrumentalist from Athens named Yannis Pantazis, who makes ancient instruments and like works with ancient rhythms and the ancient language and theater and stuff like that. So like we implemented a lot of traditional ancient Greek rhythms, melodies, and instruments. And I also sing in ancient Greek on the record, which is really cool. It was like a massive research project. Yeah, which I really, really loved. So yeah, that was our concept album. And it's like, yeah, it's got a lot of prog influence and stuff in there as well. But yeah, I just wanted to try and bring something different, especially to the Australian metal scene, where it's I love hardcore music, but it's very, very hardcore based. So I tried to like branch out a little bit and do something a bit different. So yeah.
All right, Sylvanus, we'll go ladies first here. I think Sylvanus, go ahead and tell us about your year and what your plans are for next year.
All right. Well, just wanted to say to Victoria that it is great. I really want to hear this album because it sounds great. So will we have like a link of everyone's project after the video call or anything?
Absolutely. I'm counting on some of you guys getting together hopefully working together. I really hope so. And one of those, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, is Nick Fletcher and Olga actually worked together. She was on his album. So yeah, I love collaboration. I believe in it strongly, and hopefully many more will happen from this. So absolutely, I will send you whatever you want. But go ahead.
So yeah, we're Solventis. We're like a dark folk shoegaze band, and it's both of us. And this year we released an album called Alcyon. We sing in French in it and in English. Yeah, we're from France actually, and we're friends with Vec Ferrand, the other band from our city. And yes, Alexia and Manon, they will talk. Hi, girls. And yeah, so this year we did our first European tour, so it was really nice.
Yeah.
And we also did a French tour after the release of the album. We started working on new songs, and next year we're going to, well, we have some concerts planned, but nothing said yet, so we'll announce that later. That's it.
But yeah, they just released the album, so they're, like she said, they're working on some. But a great album. Please, very comforting at time. All right, Mimi, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, Mark. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation. Yeah, that was my year. As you, Mark, might know, I recorded. But all of a sudden, my mom got really sick. So this year kind of was a lot of changes in my personal life, which meant that taking care of my mom and helping her recover took like many months of the year. But now she's better, so I'm hoping that we will spend Christmas together. And that is actually my gift for this year. And concerning my new record, it will come out in spring of next year. And I have already finished all the designs for the cover artwork. And as you know from the scroll that I released a few years ago, I'm spending a lot of care and time in my artwork. But everyone who doesn't know me, I'm from Hamburg, Germany, yes. And we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, not on the 25th.
Oh.
And yeah, that's our ritual here. So everyone would gather and have like dinner with family. And so I don't have much of family anymore. So there will be my mom and I. But concerning the music, I'm doing, I would say, I call my music cineastic pop, because it's actually, it has some, if you think of from progressive pop music, but it's still just pop songs of 3 minutes 30 length, and in that there's a whole world, I think, of storytelling, and a lot is happening, and big scenario, big final in the ending and stuff, and I love that. But it's still pop. It has some influence of Americana and folk music and a little bit of country. Again, I work with Ken Stringfellow as my producer. We're working together for 11 years meanwhile. And this is my third record released, and it's coming out in spring.
And I invited Ken, but he wasn't able to. He just got off of a tour.
Yes.
But I will be doing an interview with him in a couple of weeks. But one other band that she forgot to mention it's one of my favorites in Germany, is Sylvan. And if you go back and listen to some of, she told me about one that I didn't even realize, but she was on Posthumous. What's the name of that one?
Silence. Posthumous
Yeah.
Silence was the album, and then there was a song I sang a duet with the singer Marco Bluman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the newer album? I don't know why I can't remember the name of it now, but the white background, sort of like a metal. You had two songs on that one, and you actually sang solo on one of them, if I remember, like about the ice. And go ahead.
I did a lot of backing vocals for them, all the high notes and all the choirs, it was like
But on this one,
almost 18 tracks or so that I sang all by myself, and they were just stacked to an amazing scenario of choir vocals, and their music, of course, was a playground for that.
No, but I just can't remember the name of the album. But you did two tracks on that. One of them
Maybe?
about the ice, and you don't remember.
Presets. I was on Presets, I think.
Presets is one of the best albums they have. No, it's later than that.
Okay.
That's all right. I can't remember it, but if you go back and listen to Sylvan's, and I'll send you the links once I have the internet in front of me. But you got to hear her. There's one she does about the ice that is just unbelievable. I can't remember the name of it, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, white friend.
Sorry, me?
Sorry. The audio was muted, so I had to turn it back on. So we are Wegferend. We are from France, like Solventis, who are very good friends. So cheers to you. And very pleased to meet you all. So this year we haven't released anything. We released our second album last year, at the end of last year. But this year we toured a little bit. We played a few shows, and especially one that was very important for us because it was the big dream for us. It's Castle Fest in the Netherlands. We've played a few festivals, and now we are preparing for more festivals and more shows next year. We are also starting working on new songs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much is new here right now, but there will be some news later. So, and I am also working on a solo project at the same time. So it's a little bit of a lot of things, but nothing very concrete yet.
All right,
so, yeah, that's it.
No, I was just going to say, wonderful. I call it campfire music, although it's much bigger than that. But I mean, it's music that you can just sit by a campfire and play and just play. I think you do have a couple of songs where you actually do things like that, but just wonderful, relaxing music and good, solid music. But
thank you.
But yeah, very good. All right, I'm not forgetting all the guys. We're just kind of going through the ladies first, but I will get everyone. Let's see. I'm going to go to Olga and then come back to Caroline. But Olga, welcome, and tell us. I was hoping Vela would be. They're not here. I'm hoping maybe they'll pop in. But Vela kind of went through something similar to Olga, and that's why I wanted them to hopefully share that experience. But go ahead, Olga, tell us about what this girl has been unbelievable, what she went through and where she is now. Go ahead. Oh, we can't hear you. Can't hear. No. All right. I'll tell you what, let's jump over to Olga. Olga, just mute out. Hey, Sam, if
Yeah,
you
I was looking. I just tapped something and I couldn't
Sam, if you
unmute
could
myself.
mute out for a minute.
I'm here.
All right, go ahead, Olga.
Hi, sorry. So what happened to me? So I'm Olga, and my artistic name is DKG. I'm originally from St. Petersburg, Russia, and I moved to the UK via Global Talent Visa about a year ago. And I have one album released. It was released in 2021. It's called Forget Me Not. And during the past year or so, I was working on my new album, which is called The Frame. And during the summer, I kickstarted this album. So surprisingly, successfully, this is going to be like listeners supported album, which is a big surprise to me. It is also going to be the first album of mine that will be released on vinyl. Also, during the summer, I recorded a guest vocals for a brilliant album of Nick Fletcher, and that he will probably tell you more about a bit later. So thank you for the honor to be a part of your beautiful album, Nick. And later this autumn, I toured around UK solo, supporting the Blackheart Orchestra, and I'm so happy to see you, Rick. It's so nice to see you.
You too. You did a fabulous job. You did a fabulous job on that tour, honestly.
Thank you so much for making it happen and giving this great opportunity. It's amazing, and I'm your biggest fan. I'm a huge fan of Blackheart Orchestra now. So yeah, I'm also a videographer, and I do videos, and I've done videos for almost all the songs for the upcoming album. So it's going to be a very exciting release, and hopefully it will be finished this December and released maybe in April. Yeah. What else can I tell you? Right now I'm in London. I'm actually I ran off the venue. I'm at Prog the Forest Festival right now, but they are having this like break.
No, that's right. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm going to talk about that when you're done.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I just mentioned the most important thing.
Okay.
And actually, I was surprised to see Solventis band because I know your music and I love it, and your visuals are amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you very much. We have to listen to your music then. Thank you very much.
What she was talking about, that Prague, the forest, what that is, hats off, gentlemen, and Malcolm would have loved to have been here with Mark. They're a fantastic band from the UK, as all of my UK people will attest to. They wanted to be here, but they are doing their annual, what was it called again? Prague Forest, or anyway, the whole
Prague the
point of
Forest.
it, Prague the Forest, that's right. And what it is they're trying to raise money to help the Amazon and grow more trees and protect the forests of the Amazon. And unfortunately, they're playing today. But otherwise, they would have both been here. But they were here last year. He's fantastic. It's a great band. Hats off, gentlemen. It's just check it out. You really like it. All right, and Caroline, we'll go ahead and talk with you, and then we're going to start going around the hill with the men here.
Hi, thanks, Mark. Thank you. Hello, everybody. The reason I'm here is because I work with Nick primarily. It's nice to meet you all. I've heard bits and pieces about you for sure through Nick. Massimo, hi. And Rick, hi. And Olga, hi. It's great to hear all your stories, really good. So, just very briefly, because it's really not about me, it's about you guys, because you all have products that you want us to hear about. So I'm primarily here as a producer. I love producing. There aren't enough, I think, women producers around. So I really enjoy the fact that Nick trusts me enough to co-produce with him. That's my background. Actually, I'm a singer-songwriter initially, and I've kind of explored lots of different genres of music. So I have very eclectic music taste and very eclectic experience of producing all kinds of different albums, from smaller singer-songwriting albums to live event recordings to band recordings. So I just love it. I love being in the studio. I love working with people. I love collaborating. I love the technical side. I love troubleshooting. I love seeing something from a tiny seed of an idea to this incredible conceptual outcome. So and actually, Nick and I have been friends for years. I've worked with him on his solo albums many, many years ago when he was doing classical guitar. He's also a brilliant classical guitarist. And that's actually how we met. I was his producer on a classical guitar album. And yeah, it's just a real privilege to be able to work with people who are self-funding. There's not a huge amount of money these days to throw at albums, are there? So, it's great to be able to facilitate people that have slightly smaller budgets, or, that they have a good budget, but they want it to sound bigger than the budget it is. So it's my privilege to be able to do that. And actually, Nick and I are considering, well, I don't know if it's okay, Nick, with you to talk about this, but we are actually considering working together and offering ourselves as a production team for people who may have a smaller budget, but, could do with the combined experience of Nick and I to actually help facilitate what their vision is for their music and that kind of stuff. So I don't want to over promote that, but yes, anyway. So yeah, I love being involved with music. It's a privilege. And as I said, I've had a few projects, not just Nick, but Nick has been my primary one this year, just simply because it's been so complex. It's quite a complex album. I don't know if you've heard it, but there was a lot of toing and froing because we used a lot of kind of artists and session musicians, if you can call them artists in their own right, from all over the countries, the world, if you like. So there was a lot of piecing together of sessions and trying to get the sessions so that it all actually sounded like we were in the same room. Quite challenging, but I think we achieved it. So thank you for letting me gate crash your party.
No, we're happy to have you here. All right, Massimo, he's moving around in his chair. He's ready to talk. I think. Massimo.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Good evening and welcome in my little home studio. Hello to everybody, especially my friends, Nick, Caroline. Pleased to meet you, Caroline. And for the one who doesn't know me, I don't know what I am exactly, but I try to explain keyboard player and composer. And 2 years ago, I did this first album, conceptual autobiographic album entitled A New Beginning. It is they say it is progressive rock. I'm not so agree, but that's the way the people think about me. It is a sort of combination of pop music, rock, classical music with a little bit of experiment. And I spent this year in promoting by myself this album, as the most of you think. Now, in this peculiar moment, I am working on the release of a new album, a live album which I recorded in June here in Rome. I speak from Rome in Italy, and I think I will release it now in December, or at least in January. And then I am finishing my second work, which is a very big and complex album around the world of dreams. And is it a concept album with a combination of dreams and reality when I finish my first record, I start working on new songs, and I take the theme of dream to talk about our society. So it is a sort of mix between fantasy and reality. So there is a song about the creatures of the night, which I have collaborated with the great Nick Fletcher and other great musicians. And other songs are more linked to our society. So there is a song, for example, about the school system. There is a song about the music business, and so on. The album will be called The Next Dream, and I think I will release it in the first part of the new year.
All right, thank you.
There will be a lot of guests on it, nearly 50 guests, including, for example, members of the band Echoline, Flower Kings, Anglagard, the John Hackett Band, the Steve Hackett Band. So I think it will be very nice work. I'm very proud of it.
We're looking forward to it, definitely. All right,
Yeah.
and Nick, it's your turn.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and by the way, if everyone else can mute out, because when one person's talking, because there's all sorts of noise and things like that, and it interrupts. Go ahead.
You can hear me, can you?
Oh, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. Oh, hi everyone. Good to see everyone. Old faces, new faces, old new faces, and so forth. Yeah. So I'm Nick Fletcher, and I'm based in the UK, and I'm a sort of progressive fusion guitarist and classical guitarist, and as well as working as a solo artist, I'm guitarist with the John Hackett Band as well. So I do a lot of gigs around the UK with them, which is what I've been doing mainly this year with them. And I've also recorded a new album this year called A Longing for Home, which we've already talked about because Olga featured on it on the final track of the album. And of course, Caroline, my producer and sound engineer, was heavily involved in putting all that together too. Yeah, so I've been very busy with that, and that's been keeping me busy promoting it since it came out in October, and then I've basically been writing another album which is almost finished, which we start recording in February.
Wow. The wheels don't stop.
The wheels don't stop. No.
The wheels on the bus don't stop.
No, I keep going, Mark. I keep writing. Yeah,
that's good. That is awesome. Anything else you wanted to add? And he did mention.
Oh well, I mean, next year, apart from obviously working, I'll be working a lot with Caroline on this new album. I'm putting that together. But I've also got a lot of gigs with the John Hackett Band again this year. We're touring all around the UK. That particular band have got a new album coming out at some point. Release date hasn't been set yet, but that'll be coming out probably for when the band starts gigging again in March. And also, it's the 50th anniversary of a very special album that John was involved in, which is called The Voyage of the Acolyte, which was obviously his brother Steve's first solo album whilst he was still with Genesis. And so to celebrate that, we're going to be playing quite a number of pieces from that throughout the tour that we're doing throughout the entire of 2025.
For those of you that don't know, I'm a diehard Genesis fan, so that is wonderful to hear that. All right, Peter.
Hi, everyone.
I forgot you.
Oh, yeah, people often do. Right, yeah. Talking of fractions, I suppose I describe myself. I'm two-thirds. No, I'm not two-thirds of anything. I'm one-third of imperial measures, one-third of Moore, and half of imaginary kings. So that's my. So I don't know how. That's 5/6, I think. So that's me. I mostly do keyboard-related stuff and guitar. And write music. I've been doing it for quite some time, but only got to releasing stuff in the last, 3 or 4 years, really. So compared to everybody else here, I'm a bit of a newcomer, shall we say? Although I don't exactly look it, and that's what I've been doing. So yeah, so in the last 12 months, there was the album by Imperial Measures, which was released about a year ago. There was Imaginary Kings, which a couple of weeks ago, a new album, and More was released, I think, in April, their first album, which is the one you reviewed, Mark, wasn't it? Yes. And we aren't doing any tours because, as you can probably tell from if you were here earlier, my singer Ramley is in Japan. The other third of Moore is actually in Luton, so that's not too far. But having what we've been doing, especially during lockdown years, was collaborating online, and that's where it's all come from. Lots of this stuff, as opposed to more traditional ways of getting together with people who are actually in the same continent as. So that's where we've been for the last few years. And next year we've got a new album from More in the middle of next year, and Imperial Measures again, another one coming up in the start of Jan. So that's really it from me in terms of who I am, what I am, and I'm very chuffed to be in such stellar company.
All right, Sam, it's your turn. We're going to give it a try again. Now it looks like you're a little more stable and not driving, but thank you for giving it your best shot driving, because that was awesome. This guy is really good.
What's up?
So tell us your background, what you do, and how 2024 was for you, and what you're looking forward to in the next year.
Cool. Background.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Sam. I'm from the Northwest Washington area, just north of Seattle, Bellingham. I started off as a songwriter and, playing music, surrounded by music, my whole family. And now I started a record label. It's called Washington's Records.
Your mic is going in and out. Yeah, I don't know why, but.
Whoa! Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, much better.
That much better?
Much better.
Okay, excellent.
Must
I
have
was just
been
trying
the
to get those
glasses.
damn glasses.
Yeah.
What's up? I'll start from the beginning. I'm Sam. I'm from Bellingham, Washington. That's just north of Seattle. I just started a record label 2 years ago, and we're working on a couple things at once. The metaphor I use is we're in a kitchen, and at all times there's demos going, there's mastering going, there's tracking going, and there's master lacquers. Another thing that I should mention is we don't do traditional vinyl because it's pretty fucking toxic, excuse the language, but it's bad for the earth. So we're using PET. It's still plastic, still petroleum based, but it's recyclable. It's non-off-gassing. It doesn't give out VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds, cause cancer, cause messed up things to happen in your cells. I'm not trying to do a sales speech, but I'm just honestly, legitimately passionate about abolishing PVC from the record industry, from music industry in general, because we don't need that. We can easily go to something that has a higher tensile strength and is recyclable and sounds better. And I also believe that we shouldn't lose the physical aspect of music. Another analogy, you'll never see a Christian living their life without a Bible physically that they can refer to in hand. As an atheist, I believe that there's no way that I could get in life throughout life without the physical records that have saved my life. And so that's why I've kind of dedicated my whole funds to just like give to musicians that have been around this area, know what this area is about, and have been trying to release music and put it out on record. And I'm trying to be here to be like, hey, you can put it on record, but it doesn't have to be vinyl. It can be something better for the earth. So I've built up these relationships over the last 2 years with Green Vinyl Records out of the Netherlands. They're starting a company based in the US to do production here as well. There's only one machine in the world who does the PVC records. As far as what I've been working on this year, working on Hannah Wyatt's new album, Sunday Cowboy. I've been working on writing an album myself with a producer that I'm pretty excited about working with, named Chris Shaw, who worked on the Blue album with Weezer, who worked on a lot of my favorite Ween albums. We're talking with him, and he's walking us through like what we need to add to the songs and what he can hear for the production. I don't want to talk too long, but fuck, we have so many things. Mark, I apologize. I didn't hear in the rules beforehand if you said anything about language, but I think I just do that when I'm nervous. But you guys are all amazing talents that I'm around. So my name's Sam. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also a record label owner and an entrepreneur. I'm also a widower and who is honestly just living off 2 hours of sleep for the last 2 years, and doing the best I can to, raise 2 kids. I have twin 4-year-olds, trying to take care of the mental health and my cat Angela. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's got a tough story, and his first album kind of covers that. And I'll let him if he wants to talk about it, but nope. But yeah, he lost his wife in a difficult way, and he's been recovering ever since. So yeah, it's a lot to go through, especially with the kids. Yeah. And I think we got Warren trying to join us here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you yet, but
no, I'm working on it.
But yeah, more and more people are joining, and I'm gonna just jump away. I know I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm getting all sorts of pings. Probably people are having trouble getting in, so give me just a second. And Warren, just what we're doing is we're just introducing ourselves and telling everyone what you did this year, and then plans for next year. And then if you do play instruments, which I know you do, obviously you play guitar, but I mean, just your background and things like that. I'm not going to leave. I'm just trying to see if somebody's trying to get a hold of me here on Facebook and I can't look at it. Oh no. Okay. Um,
Am I supposed to be talking?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, there's a whole crowd here, and like nobody's saying anything. People just all look judgy. Hi, how are you?
No, they're not.
I
These
got a
are
wave,
wonderful people.
a couple smiles and laughs. Yeah. No, we're running behind today. My wife wasn't feeling too well, and it's kind of hard to keep things moving as I would like, but we're good. Not a big day. I don't know where to start. I don't know what you guys have really talked about. I know what Mark
Just
said, but
your background, and he just sent me a single of I think a new album that's either coming the end of this year or early next year. But just tell us, and you did do one album already that I reviewed, but that kind of thing. Just tell what instruments you play, what bands or music you're into. Go ahead. Sorry.
hi. I'm Warren. I go by Chip because my aunt hung that on me when I was 2 years old. I'm kind of used to it. I play a number of things, guitar and such. Quicksilver Night is the name of the outfit, I suppose. The single to which he refers is I just sent him a Christmas song that comes out on the 6th. I don't really know how to talk to you guys about it. I'm sure you've all got your own stuff going on. We just recently we released an EP last year, 5-song EP with Dikaji. Some of you may know her. That did fairly well, and it was a year ago, so it just got played on FM Friday Night Progressive, and they won their Indie Prog Awards. And I'm just really not comfortable speaking like this, Mark. But you guys seem nice. Don't get me wrong.
No, very nice.
This guy, Peter, you're laughing. That's great. I don't know if that's in support or you just think I'm funny. Wait, let me check. Yeah, I'm wearing pants, so
Both.
hey,
That's all.
hey, who is
Yeah,
speaking?
everyone's cool here.
Well, I'm sure they are. I'm probably the most nervous of the bunch because I don't know you guys.
I like your background. I like your background. It looks a little bit like Björk.
Oh, that's actually the artwork for that Christmas song I sent Mark the other day. The art is AI generated, but none of the music is. I had a guy in Israel made a video, and it's pretty incredible video, and he sent me that thumbnail. It's like a freebie along with the video. It's like, here's a thumbnail. I'm like, well, I'm gonna use this for album art. So, but thank you, Mimi, is it? Yeah, it's hi. I got a nod. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
No, she does. She has her own solo work.
Hi, Massimo.
And she's also sang for, I don't know if you know the band Sylvan. I don't know how you couldn't know the band Sylvan from Germany. And also she's worked with Ken Stringfellow, who I invited, but he just finished his short tour and needed some time to sort of relax. He's had a few things going on as well. And but she's got an incredible voice, and you got to hear it. But go ahead.
I'd like to. Can we put her on the spot and have her sing now?
Christmas carols, you said?
Why not?
To her, yeah.
I think there will be a delay, but who cares?
She'll go for it. She no fear. There is no fear in this.
Me, you know. Oh, the weather outside is dreadful. You all know that. That was just a little bit. But what I really would like to say is, because I'm very sorry, I will have to leave quite soon because I still have work to do for a deadline tomorrow, and it's in the evening here. So I kind of have a night shift before me. But what I would like to ask you, Mark, is it is incredible for me to, as an honor, you know, to meet all such great artists from all over the world. And I don't think otherwise I would have ever heard of them or gotten to know them. So this is kind of a very great opportunity. And maybe it's even for not only me, but also for the others. And it would be great to connect. I would like to know more about you, about your work, about your new releases, and would like to follow you on your socials, for example, so we can support one another. And this is what I want to say. Maybe we can do even a playlist or something. I don't know. There could be ideas. And also, I want to invite you. If you need any contact to Germany, however, maybe you're planning to come to Europe and tour, and you have questions about finding a gig or something, you know, something very practical, just drop me an email. I will get back to you, and maybe I can be of help to you guys. Okay.
Thanks for singing on the spot like that. Thanks for coming. And just real quick, because this was going to be the next question, and we'll start with you, Mimi.
Start with you.
What do the holidays mean to you? What are some of the fun things you do during the holidays? And yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Oh, you got to leave? All right.
I gotta go. I gotta make some snacks. Really great to meet. Please feel free to reach out at all of you.
I'd love to know about your label and your product. So if you like, I would like to get in touch with you.
I would love it. I would love it. Everybody. Great to meet y'all briefly. It was, but I got kids' lunches to make.
All right, Sam. Thank you for coming and
demanding.
I tried to answer one question of yours, Mark. You said, "What the holidays mean to you?" And I was like, thinking about it. I was like, I think it symbolizes, in the darkest times, finding light and connection with others. You know, I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
I hope you all have a good one.
All right, thanks, Sam. And and I know,
Sam.
Victoria, you're gonna hang in just for a couple more, or okay. All right, I'm sorry, Mimi. Finish what you were saying there. He kind of jumped in.
So the question was it for me, like what Christmas is?
Just the holidays. I mean, what do they mean to you? I think you said you're going to be with your mother, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
We covered.
But it's true. It's for me. It's about family, and it's about, we don't have such a thing like Thanksgiving. So Christmas is kind of the event to show gratitude. You know, to reflect on the year and to be with your loved ones, with your family, and of course, you know, it has become kind of a very commercial event when you look to the city centers. But what I like about Christmas is keeping it very small, actually, you know. So we have little presents for each other, and I would do like a big cooking for my mom. Every year she comes to my house then, and this is the main event, you know, just spending time together, talking, and it's all about love, reaching out to people you haven't heard in a longer time, talking to friends. This is my Christmas in my little world.
All right, thank you very much. Just one last thing. Does anyone have any questions for her before she leaves? And thank you again for being here, Mimi.
Thank you for your invitation.
And if you don't get your questions answered, I am going to, as you guys have all requested, send out links and things like that. And there'll be links to everyone that made it here once I post this. So if you can't find something or need something, reach out to me. I'll be happy to, like I say, I love collaborations. I want to get you guys together in every way possible if it works out, you know. And well, thank you, Mimi.
Thank
Really,
you so much.
very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Again, she was
And
this
have a
very,
great Christmas
she
and
was,
with
she
your
was the
families and
beginning.
friends.
She was the
Oh,
Merry
beginning.
Christmas to you.
She trusted me and said, "Yeah, let's give this guy a chance to review my album." And so it's very important that she's here, and I'm very happy she is. I want all of you people are wonderful, but yeah, thank you.
Mark, I'm thankful because I saw that you followed my work because you knew I had worked with Sylvan, and that was my motivation to be brave and send you something. Like, of course, I had the wish you would like it, but I didn't even expect you would do a review. I just wanted you to know what's happening, and so I'm very, very grateful you liked it and you wrote such a great review for me. That was really amazing and helped me a lot. So thank you for everything you do for us independent artists, that you keep going, keep connecting people, keep caring for other people's work. That's a big thing nowadays. And I don't think there are a lot of people like you. So I really want to say thank you for all your work.
And she has gone way beyond Sylvan. I know I keep mentioning Sylvan just to sort of show what level she's at. She's at that level to be playing with one of the major progressive bands in Europe. But her solo album is dynamite, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much. Love to you all. I'm sorry I have to
But
go.
don't everyone leave. Don't everyone leave.
No, absolutely not. Please,
And
everyone
hopefully
stay.
not.
I'm sorry I have to leave because
We're going to
it's
talk
really
about
kind
you
of
when you're gone.
is I have that deadline to meet tomorrow morning and
Yeah.
I have to go.
I understand. No. We understand.
Thank
All
you,
right,
everyone. Hope to connect with you soon. Bye.
If everyone else would kind of mute out, and we're gonna welcome Hannah Wyatt, her real name. I don't know if she wants me to use it or not. It's right there, but she's one of the latest recording artists on the Washington's label, and a beautiful. Who did I compare you to? Nico Case, but then there's an even better one that I came up with later. But just extraordinary talent, and everyone has already done this, so you're going to do it on your own now. But tell us your background and tell us about your album that you did this year and what you're going to be doing for next year.
Hey, glad I could make it. I'm glad it's still going on.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. I mean, yeah, Hannah Wyatt, that's my stage name. So showing up as Strickland here, but that's I release under Hannah Wyatt. I live in Bellingham and I'm a violinist, and then I started songwriting in high school, college. So that's a newer thing, but coming out with an album this month now. I can say that because it's December 1st. Sunday Cowboy. I have stuff on my Spotify already, so if you want to check that out, go for it. But this album is going to be the first one I'm printing on records, so that's scary but exciting. So glad to be working with Washingtons. They're my buddies, and that's coming out digitally on December 13th, and then the records will be later. But yeah, that's all I've got going on for now. The future projects are yet to be seen, so one at a time.
Well, no, and it's a great album, and I forgot when I first started talking about it, but it's Gothic Americana, right? Is the sort of tagline?
Yeah, this one starts a little lighter and folkier, and then it gets darker as the album goes on.
And it's a story, right? I think you described it as
it deals with some similar themes throughout. I wouldn't call it a concept album. Thank you for the wonderful review you did too. That was amazing.
No, you're more than welcome. It was, yeah, if you guys, again, I'm gonna send out links and everything, but she's got just a great album. But all of you do. I mean, I don't my wife's always, they're all great, Mark. Well, they are. But and by the way, I'll introduce her again. This is Sandy. This is my wife. She's kind of been sitting here, and I haven't been introducing her, and I should be. But well, at the beginning I did, but not everyone knew that. Okay, so what I was going to do next is do what I did with Mimi, just kind of go around the room and talk about what you guys, what the holidays mean to you, what you're planning for the holidays, and we'll see if anyone else pops in. And we'll just leave this open because not everyone, may feel the same way. But whoever wants to start, and again, once somebody starts, please everyone else mute out. But who'd like to go first?
I can go because I do have to run very,
Okay.
very soon. Well, like very similar to Mimi, I think the holidays are about, connecting with whoever your family is or who the people that you love, connecting with them and really supporting each other and being there for each other during this time. I think it's about, yeah, connection and family and loved ones and whoever that may be. I know everyone's holidays will look very, very different, depending on what your situation is. But yeah, I think just, yeah, taking the time to be with who you like, who you love, and um to share time with them and to like maybe take a step back from all of your obligations or work or yeah, things like that that you have to do just to like reconnect with that and reconnect with the people who you love. I think that was a very like, yeah, roundabout way of just saying just be there for who you love and be there for yourself as well. Take time to take care of yourself before starting the new year. So yeah, very short, but that's what I have to say.
Well, thank you. And thank you I mean, all of you people are wonderful, but it's what, 7 o'clock now, or maybe beyond that. She's in
Yeah,
Australia.
7. Yeah, it's 7
7 in
here.
the morning.
The
Yeah,
sun's rising. You can see it. I'm like blinding myself.
and for her to do that, I just can't thank her enough. I mean, I invited a couple other Australians and they just said it was too much, but she showed up and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you for having me here. I really, really appreciate it. It's so lovely to meet everyone and hear about everyone's stories. Like I want to follow everyone's musical journey because everyone seems so interesting. So I will keep up to date with everybody here.
All right, thank you very much. If you have to go, I absolutely understand. And again, thank you.
Thank you so much again. Thank you. I hope the rest of the interview was amazing.
Anyone else want to go next or? And you don't have to feel obligated. Go ahead. I think Massimo, no?
Yeah. Mm, Before I forget to tell that I am also a member of the band, Gothic metal band No Age. We are working on new songs, and also I am working on the new music from Germana, which is the lead singer of the band, and she's going to create his solo career. So we are working new songs for her. About the holidays, I don't have a great relationship with long holidays because I'm always very busy with teaching, with my things. So it is very strange every year when I stop these 20 days. It's always a very difficult for me to enter in the family, the family relationship, to stop my things and go here, gone to my family here, to my girlfriend family, and to stop what I'm working to. Anyway, yeah, just I will relax a little bit. I will have a little connection with my parents, with my family, with my mom, which is 90.
Wow.
She's here, and so I think I say everything.
Well,
No, I want to say something more. I will be very glad about collaborate with the people who want to collaborate with me on your albums if you want. I'm always available for you. I'm a keyboard player, so I'm also a singer if you want. So if somebody of you want to work with me, if somebody of you like what I do, I am always here for all of you. It's very important to collaborate. It's at the first place for me.
Yeah. A lot of great things happen on collaborations. Yep. Who would like to go next? And Hannah, she doesn't know what we're talking about probably, but we're just talking about what the holidays mean to you and um, what you're planning to do for the holiday.
Yeah, I can we're planning to do something tonight actually in Bellingham. There's a cool local group called the Space Station Live. If you go on their Instagram, and they're hosting a really cool like Christmas themed live stream tonight, and it has a ton of local artists on it. I think like 12 or something. And it's gonna be Christmas themed. We're gonna come dressed in like Charles Dickens Victorian clothes and just have a fun time. I like getting kind of silly with the holidays. So yeah, if you want to see some like Bellingham, Skagit Valley, Washington talent, just go to the Space Station Live Instagram tonight.
Does that
at
include
6.
Does that include you and Tim? Her best friend is Tim, and he's. I also reviewed his album. It was an excellent album.
Yes, he's gonna be dressed up too. I made him a cravat. We've got a top hat for him. So it'll be fun.
But you guys are going to be playing, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
And we're gonna sing some songs. I'm gonna do a song from the Snowman movie, which is like an old illustrated Christmas movie. And I'm also gonna play violin for a local guy as well. So, but there'll be lots of other artists with like other styles going on. So should check it out for some Christmas fun on the first day of the month. Get into the mood.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I just perhaps I can jump in.
Sure.
I mean, only just very quickly, obviously, from my point of view, just about the holidays, they've suddenly, in the last couple of years, acquired a bit more meaning in that I've become a grandparent twice. So I've got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old grandsons, which totally rejuvenates the whole Christmas spirit and everything about it. So I've been scouring toy shops and all the things that you haven't done for a very long time. So I can thoroughly recommend grandparenthood as a way of rekindling Christmas spirit, and that's all I would say on that subject. So yeah, that's me.
Anyone else? All right. Does anyone else have anything else other than, do you want to get the wine? We'll do a toast here if you want to. And one of her ideas, she's excellent with ideas, and was to maybe sing if you guys want to. I'm not a singer, but I'll give it a try. Um, Either she would love to hear, and I would love to hear "We Are the World" if you know the lyrics. If not, we can do "Jingle Bells" or "Frosty the Snowman" or whatever. But if you guys want to do it, if you don't want to do it, forget it. But we should definitely toast. All right. Unless somebody else wants to give their reflections on the holidays. Because I know everyone's busy and I don't want to take up too much of your day, but does everyone, we're going to be the only ones drinking. But
I should have a drink at this time of night, to be honest with you, but I thought I'd be sensible. You know what I mean? Didn't think it was the right image to be sort of going like that all the way through the meeting, but you know.
Anyone feel like singing?
I haven't felt like singing since 1960.
I got a bunch of singers here, but no, I'm kidding. Nobody wants.
You don't want to hear me sing, but I will drink with you.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not going to force anyone to sing either, but hey, thank all of you. I know you're busy. It's the beginning of the holidays. It's they do take up a lot of time, but we love them. And I second what Peter said. I mean, my wife and I have loved the holidays all of our lives, but then when we had our son, it was like a whole new experience. And she can tell you, I bought him every Star Wars toy you could imagine, because when I was a kid, Star Wars was kind of brand new and they didn't have all the toys and things like that. And when he was born, it was like right at the beginning or right at the tail end of the new trilogy that they had, and he was into it heavy. And I remember buying all. I mean, she was like, when are we going to stop? Because I kept buying more and more. But Peter's right. You do take on a whole different attitude when you have kids or grandkids, and it's very true. It made it even better. And it was funny because everyone thinks it's about gifts and receiving gifts, but no, it was more pleasurable to give him those gifts and watch him open it. And one of them actually, one of these toys, it had a different surprise in each of them, a different character or something. And so it was just for him to, open those boxes and try to find out which character he got. It was great. Well, all right. Well, thank you very much, everyone. We're gonna.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays to everyone. Have a wonderful whatever you're doing. And thank you for coming to this. I really appreciate it. And we'll do it again next year. And it's a lot of fun, Hannah. That's cool. But definitely, luckily, Hannah and Tim and Sam live right here, and Massimo made the cross ocean voyage, which was awesome. So we finally met him in person. But I would love to meet all of you guys in person someday, and hope that you'll eventually all tour over here, because I can go there, but I think you guys desperately want to get to the United States, and that's the big sort of goal that everyone has in music is to come over here and play. And I hope it happens for all of you guys. You're all very worthy, wonderful musicians, and keep keep up what you're doing. Don't stop. There are still people out here like me and many others that do like what you're doing and do care about what you're doing and want to hear more. And we already talked about 2 or 3 of the big albums that I'm looking forward to this next year. And the other thing, I gotta say this, like I say, I wish Vela had been here, but I always wonder who am I going to meet this next year, and Sylvanus is somebody I met beginning of this year, Hannah and Peter. I knew most of the rest of it, but I always anticipate that January and what's that first album that I wasn't planning on that's just going to knock my feet out from under me. And I'm looking forward to that. I always look forward to that. But all of you guys, like Black Carcass Orchestra, every single album these guys have made has been top notch, and I'm not expecting any different. We've already heard the single, and I know that is fantastic. And thank you. All right, I'll shut up because I do tend to talk too much. I'm a professor, so but really, thank you guys. I can't thank you enough, and please keep doing what you're doing. It is valued, and that's the most important thing. I know you guys don't hear that enough, and you need to. There are people out here that do value what you're doing and want to hear more, and don't stop.
Not going to.
Mark, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's what you do, you and other speakers, reviewers, all of you are so important for all of us. So we thank you for your passion and your professionality on your work. It's very important for us.
And thank you very much. And Moore and Sylvanus are 2 new bands, and didn't even know what Moore was. Saw their advertisements on Facebook, and I reached out to them, and I'm so glad I did. And eventually I'm going to put together top albums of the year, but there's a be amongst it. It was really good, and Sylvanus as well. But there's 2 new bands that I knew nothing about. I sort of knew a little bit about Sylvanus just through Weg Foren. They've toured with them together, but never had listened to their music. But so glad I brought it into my life this year.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks to Weg Foren for making us meet you through their music. And yeah, it's very touching to meet everyone and to like be connected with everyone all over the world. And thanks again for your words on our music. It means a lot.
Thank you so much.
If I may have a word,
Sure.
This is great. Just putting faith, people being, they're putting their best foot forward on social media or whatever, but I'm seeing some real people in front of me, and I'm trying not to interrupt them. So this feels a little awkward, but it's great to see you all here, and especially Rick. I've got cats too. A lot of times you see me looking like this, they're over here staring at me.
Yeah.
So thank you, Professor Mark. I'd like a word with you when we're done, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Awesome. I'm going to mute myself now.
Anyone else want to say any closing comments or?
Thank you. Same as everybody else. That's all. And have a good Christmas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing it all together and for the work you do. And it was really a pleasure meeting you all. So I hope we can do this again someday.
Next year.
Sure.
Okay. And maybe we'll do it for the new year. No, we'll see. Yeah. The kind
Thanks, Mark. Cheers.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
Sorry, you're speaking to me.
Yeah, I think you were talking.
I was going to say, yeah, I was just going to say what everyone else has said. You know, just how much we appreciate, you know, your sort of encouragement and help you do with, you know, promoting everything that we do. And yeah, so have a great Christmas and hope to see you in the new year. Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers. Anyone else, or I'll stop the recording and. Merry Christmas, definitely.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Everyone, happy holidays. Have a great time. And I'm gonna pause the recording, but I think Warren, you wanted to talk. If anyone else wants to hang in here, but I'm gonna pause the recording and then we can talk. But again, everyone, thank you for showing up and have a wonderful holiday and a brand new year. Looking forward to everything you guys are going to be doing next year. Thanks again.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, hold on here.